The sea was a cruel mistress, but she and I had long understood one another. That night, the storm came with a fury we hadn't seen in months. Black skies, screaming wind, rained like daggers across the deck. The wind dreamer groaned beneath the weight of the waves, her timbers crying out with each heave. And then, as if Poseidon himself had struck me from the helm, above the lightning shattered, the main mast splintering into 1,000 burning shards. The deck tilted sharply, and I lost my footing. One moment, clutching the wheel, the next, swallowed by the dark, icy sea. I remember the cold first, bone deep, then the silence, and then the voices. Melodic, feminine, impossible. I drifted between life and death, but they guided me. I felt hands, soft, slender hands, on my skin, pulling me, caressing, luring. When I woke, I was not dead. I lay on a bed of smooth, sun-warmed stone in a hidden grotto, the ceiling of which glittered with what looked like stars that we must have been deep beneath the earth. Pools of glowing water surrounded me, and the air was thick with the scent of salt and honey. And they were there, 3 of them, naked but for strands of pearls and bits of seaweed, curves glistening, their eyes the color of the deep, impossible to place, ever shifting. They were beautiful in a way that made my gut clench and my mouth dry. But there was something else, a weight behind their smiles, hunger. "Where?" I croaked. "You fell," the tallest one said. Her hair was black as night, curling like ink in water. "And we caught you," she said. "Who are you?" I murmured. The second one smiled wider, her teeth just a little too sharp. "Does it even matter?" she said. They encircled me, and I, fool that I was, let them. My strength was gone, or maybe it was something else. Maybe I didn't want to resist. The third one, smaller, with wild red hair and sea glass eyes, straddled me without warning. Her wet skin sliding against mine, her fingers traced my jaw. I wanted to ask if this was a dream, but my mouth was already on hers, and hers was demanding. Their lips tasted like brine and blood and ecstasy. They worshipped my body like waves on the shore, soft, then relentless, every kiss and stroke laced with something beyond human desire. Their hands never stopped moving, exploring, egging. My cries echoed off the cavern walls, mingled with theirs in a harmony that felt both divine and damning. I lost track of time. I lost track of everything. I only knew the rising tide in my veins and the way they devoured me, mind, flesh, and soul. But between pleasure and oblivion, I began to notice. Their eyes no longer shimmered with wonder, but with need. Their laughter was too hollow. The song they sang around me, wordless and hypnotic, dug into my skull like hooks. And when I dared to look closely, their legs were not legs. Where thighs should have met, long tails shimmered, scaled, and sinuous. But these were no gentle mermaids, no Disney fantasies. They were sirens. The realization hit me in the middle of a kiss, her tongue like a dagger in my mouth, her fingers pressing to my chest like claws. I tried to pull away, but the black-haired one pinned me, strength unnatural. "You were never meant to leave the sea," she whispered, and I understood then what I had been lured for. Not for rescue, not for love, but to feast something older than gods. They thrived on the men they seduced, on the life pulled from lips and loins. I was never the first, and I would not be the last. The pleasure turned sharp. Sweet became suffocating. Hands became talons. They were draining me slowly, exquisitely, feeding on my desire as though it was nectar, drinking me dry one gasp, one thrust at a time. Please, I managed. The red-haired one laughed, her face inches from mine, pupils dilated like a predator. We like it when they beg, she said. I don't remember passing out, only the sound of the waves above, their songs fading as I sank into blackness. When I woke up again, I was alone, washed ashore on a barren beach, my body aching in ways I didn't know it could ache. A mark in the shape of a bite was branded above my heart, so clung to my skin like a second layer, and I could still hear them. In my dreams, in the hush between ocean winds, in the heartbeat that skips every time I stare into the tide. I escaped, yes, but not whole. Never whole. You've just tasted a drop of the dark. Ready for more? Subscribe to Amorous Sanctum and let the shadows pull you deeper into a world of forbidden fantasy and wicked romance. Have a dark desire you love to see unfold? Whisper it in the comments. We adore your imagination. Until we meet again, don't be afraid to crave.